Welcome to Pneumacator's FlexProbe installation example. This video is not intended to replace the installation instructions which are provided with the product and also available on our website. Please review them prior to your installation. The FlexProbe installation should be done by two qualified technicians familiar with local wiring codes and explosion hazard electrical practices. Having the correct measurements are important in achieving the proper nipple length for mounting the probe. The formula can be found on page 5 of the installation manual for this calculation. As can be seen here, the key reason for having two technicians doing the installation is to protect the probe during this process. It is important to keep the probe coiled and only trim the first tie wrap as you are ready to install the floats and weights. You'll want to slide the bushing mount on first, followed by your float or floats with a spacer float between that and the weights. Try to keep the probe vertical and support the components as they are being placed on the probe. The last weight to go on is the one with the concave bottom, and then you'll center the holding pin into the horizontal hole at the bottom of the probe. Once this is complete, you are ready to insert the probe into the tank. Care should be taken at this point in handling the probe to keep the metal mounting bushing from sliding down into the floats and weights, as well as keeping the probe straight while lowering it into the nipple pipe. It is especially important not to bend either the bottom or top 2 feet of the probe. Only one tie wrap should be removed at a time while uncoiling and lowering the probe into the tank. It is just as easy if the person holding the coiled up portion of the probe places it over their shoulder, allowing their hands to be free to assist in the process. Installation is only recommended at temperatures above 30 degrees Fahrenheit, as damage may occur to the probe during handling at lower temperatures, thereby voiding the warranty. It is important that your probe mounting location be at least 2 feet away from the sidewall of the tank, with an additional foot for each 10 feet in height above the 20-foot mark. This mounting location should not be in direct line of either the inbound or outbound flow, as this could create too much turbulence on the probe. Use caution when lowering the probe into the tank so that it does not touch the bottom or that the last few feet of the probe does not bend, as this section contains the electronics. Once the probe has been lowered into the nipple pipe, it is now time to thread the mounting bushing onto the probe, and this can be done by hand. The next step is to thread the mounting bushing into the nipple pipe and tighten it into place. The probe tag should remain on the probe wire, and it is a good idea to make note of the probe tag if you haven't already done so, as this is needed when programming the TMS console it connects to. You are now ready to install the housing onto the top of the probe. Be sure not to bend or strain the probe when installing the conduit and vapor seal fitting onto the housing. Please know that this video is not intended as an endorsement of any safe practices or lack thereof. Please follow all local and nationally required safety practices during your installation. Thank you for watching, and please visit us at www.pneumacator.com.